Hi, this is Angel Jones. I love great conversations where life's journey is communicated not only through words, but tones and emotions. Explosive expressions that allow you to feel what they felt and learned. A fool learns only from his own mistake, while the wise learn from their own and from those others have made. Thanks for being here with us. Good night, Kiara O'Leary. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
Oh, do you know where I am? It's sunny and it's absolutely divine.
Oh,
So I'm going
really?
really well, thank you.
Where are you right
Yeah.
now in the world?
I'm in Australia and it's almost summer, just a few days away from summer, and it's starting to warm up and it's gorgeous here.
Wow, that is amazing. Well, I've been in Australia probably about 7 times with my voice today. So
Mm.
I'm so happy to be back again. So tell me, Kiara.
Traveling all over the
I'm
world.
telling you, my voice. I just came from Bali, Kiara. Oh, it's
Oh.
amazing. It's amazing what technology can allow us to do.
You sound
Um,
as relaxed as if you just came from Bali as well.
yeah, she was amazing. Her name is Emily Nature. One of the things I intend to do next year when I'm doing this is to connect the calls. So instead of cutting off the other person, just connecting so you could say hi to the person that I was talking to before. That would be great, right?
Yes, and do you know Emily Nature I have said hi to before. I've actually had her on my own podcast.
Wow.
What
Isn't
a
that
small
amazing?
world.
It's amazing, my friend. It is absolutely
Mm.
amazing. So tell me, Kiara, which of your talents is responsible for us meeting?
I believe that it is because I am an intuitive guide that we are meeting here today.
Interesting. So who did you learn this skill from?
I've had many great mentors along the way. I actually believe that I mostly learned being able to be an intuitive guide from life. Like, I feel like I was born with some kind of hint of it. And then life has taught me stuff along the way. So I've literally just followed my inner knowing and picked up pieces from wonderful mentors along the way, but mostly from like my heart and listening to it.
Hmm.
Mm.
Tell me about your podcast. What's the name of your podcast?
An inspired life.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're all about finding freedom and meaning by embracing your divine essence.
That's amazing because you said that you found your life, right? And then now you have a podcast. So is it that you're doing interview type or do you talk or do you mix it?
I actually do interviews, although every now and then someone will come back with a question for me and I get really excited about it. But mostly I interview, honestly, some of the most incredible people around the world and find out how they've created their own version of an inspired life and then how we can practically implement some of the stuff they've done at home so we can have a more inspired life ourselves.
That's amazing. Well done. That is amazing. Great job.
Thank you. Just
Yo.
like what you're doing. It's awesome.
Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. The good thing is I get to mirror off of amazing people just like you. Yeah.
I know, I love it. The same for my podcast too. It's awesome.
It is. So tell me, why will you then continue to repeat this skill?
Um, Honestly, because I think too many of us are listening to the external world. We're listening to what other people tell us our life needs to look like, how we should live, what we should do, who we should be. And I think it's so important for us to follow our own truth and listen to the voice inside of us that knows best. And then that way, we can live our most inspired life because we're actually listening to what we want in our inspired life.
Hmm. Amazing. Share with me one other thing that you've done, Kiara, consistently over the past 3 years.
Reflect. I reflected on this before I got on the call to see what it was.
Hmm.
And it was reflect. Like, I've just had this little Kiara up above me the whole time and watching myself and observing myself and sometimes judging myself. Not that I recommend that part, learning how not to judge myself and like how to congratulate and celebrate myself. And I believe that it allows you to grow so much faster if you just if you just observe and become aware of who you are, how you're showing up, and your patterns as you go along.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. How does it make you feel?
Empowered
Hmm.
and self-loving.
Amazing. Why would you suggest someone do that?
Who doesn't want to feel empowered and self-loving?
Yeah. Kiara is like, who doesn't want to feel empowered and self-loving?
Yeah, I think that some people can get scared about observing themselves and being witness to themselves. And, because some of us have some really deep-seated limiting beliefs and things we don't want anyone else to uncover, so we just want to pretend that we don't have them. But once we bring them into the light and we're aware of them, they don't own us anymore. Like, we get to pick if they come out or not. They're not just running on out like little naughty children whenever they feel like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kiara, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Kiara, what is your earliest childhood memory?
It's by the water, actually. We used to go to a caravan park when we were younger. And I remember going on a jet ski with my older cousin, and she fell off. And I got to ride around by myself for a little while I went back to get her.
Oh, that's amazing. How old do you think you were?
I think about 7, actually.
Why do you think
Yeah.
this memory is so clear?
Do you know, I feel like I'd love to know why the other ones aren't from before I was 7. But I think probably because it taught me something, and I'm a massive learning and growth addict, and I loved that it taught me that I could do things that other people told me I couldn't, because they said I couldn't ride the jet ski. And when she fell off, I got to go over to her, and I was like a pro at it already. So
That's amazing.
maybe because I was defiant.
It's amazing. Well, I'll tell you, if I could interpret the thought picture that you created in my mind, I would say it's intriguing that finding yourself and being confident in yourself was able to allow you to be the person that helped her. And it seems as though you're doing that, being the inspired life now.
Wow. Wow, you're very insightful man. I hadn't pieced those things together. That's really cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's pretty amazing. It's like the Baywatch music could be playing as well too, right? It's like you're, yeah. Then you scoop out. It's pretty amazing. All right.
Yeah.
If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Oh, I have no idea. The first thing that came to mind was Monifa Touch It. It's like this dirty song that is so sexy, and no 12-year-old should really be listening to it, but I think it would have been one of my favorites back then.
All right.
I had an
Well,
older sister.
all right. It's cool. Kiara, we have arrived at our destination. But before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no.
Yep.
Kiara, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
As much of the world as I can.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Do you have children?
No. Oh, I've got a pug. He's like my baby.
There we go. There we go. Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Oh, I believe that I'd like to feel that a little bit more. I
Sure.
think we're all so connected that we've got this big group of people we're connected to. I'd like to be really clear who are the people I can call in the middle of the night. That would be nice.
Love that. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I wish. No.
How about 3 hours a week?
I just got over this belief that I couldn't watch TV, so I think I'd like to watch it 3 hours a week, but at the moment, no.
All right.
I love TV though. It's so fun.
Yes. So, and what about the screen, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 hours a day or less than 8 hours a day?
Oh, I'd say about 8 hours a day because I do most of my work on the computer. So less just.
All right. Kiara, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
That you are so much more powerful and so much more loved than you can even possibly imagine right now. And you can have and be and do anything that you desire.
Love it. Kiara O'Leary, thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you so much for having me, Angel.
Amazing audience, before you leave, there's one person I'd like to introduce you to, Amanda Jones. She is my wife, and her passion is to educate, encourage, and empower.
Hi, I'm Amanda Jones, and I'm a registered nurse. Do you or someone you know have diabetes? According to the International Diabetes Federation, in 2015 worldwide, 415 million people were living with diabetes. Just as that figure is overwhelming, so too can the effects of diabetes be. So, to help simplify diabetes for both adult and child, I've used rhymes in my books, The ABCs of Diabetes for Children and Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes. At its simplest, rhymes help us to remember. If you, a child or friend, want an easy, reader-friendly way to know about diabetes, then get a copy of these books. For more details, you can go to poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.